Hey, DK here. I think I'm gonna start with it. So I was planning to showcase and play this custom campaign I had in mind, but I'll hold off for that. I'll play it tomorrow, but now we'll go straight into the Brood War Terran campaign, the Iron Fist. Since the conflict began in the Capula sector, the ruling council of the United Earth Directorate has closely monitored its wayward Terran colonies, having witnessed the steady advancement of the Zerg infestation and the maneuverings of the Protoss throughout the colonies. The ruling council has finally agreed to take control over the war-torn sector. Learning that a new Zerg overmind has manifested itself upon the planet Char, the UED has sent its greatest admiral, Gerard de Gaulle, to capture the creature. As captain of the UED fleet under de Gaulle, your objective will be to storm the Terran Dominion and depose of its dictator, Emperor Mengs the First. First strike. UED flagship Alexander, high orbit over the planet Braxis, outlying Dominion stronghold.
Adjutant online. Good morning, Captain. Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space. I trust that the effects from your long, cold sleep have worn off by now. If not, the Med Officer can provide you with additional cryostim supplements. Admiral de Gaulle has issued a proclamation to the entire fleet via Transmed. I'll patch it through to you now.
Attention, defenders of the United Earth Directorate. This is Admiral de Gaulle. You were all briefed before we left Earth, so you know that we have come here to conquer this sector in the name of humanity. Should any of you have second thoughts about performing your assigned duties, be reminded that if we fail in our mission here, not one of us will be going home. We stand or fall together in this forsaken wasteland. Serve the Directorate. Serve humanity. All other priorities are secondary to victory. De Gaulle out.
Transmat completed. Receiving incoming transmission.
Good morning, Captain. I am Vice Admiral Stukov, Tactical Advisor to Admiral Dugal. I see you've already reviewed his proclamation. I'm sure it doesn't cover anything you weren't already familiar with. Once you get to know the Admiral, I'm sure you'll find that he's actually quite personable. At any rate, Captain, I do have orders for you. As we are about to begin our invasion of the Dominion, we will need access to their primary data net and weapons diagnostics. To this end, you are to assault the outlying planet of Braxis and take control of its capital city of Boralis. You are to deploy your forces within 2 standard hours. The Admiral expects perfect results, Captain. Stukov out.
Stukov looks so much grisly in his remastered portrait. Destroy the enemy command center, which is the Dominion command center.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Standing by.
Destination?
Oh, crap. This landing site doesn't have any gas. Guess we'd better start looking for another geyser.
You're right, Marine. There is no gas.
Go, go, go.
Identify target.
Although there is a little outpost here that the Dominion set up,
SCP good to go, sir.
Give me something to shoot.
Identify target.
which we can kind of explore, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Rock and roll. Outstanding. Piece of me, boy.
I read you.
We can't make fire bats. We can't get access to the medics yet. That's for later. But you can already tell that compared to the original campaign, we already get access to a factory this early on in the level. It's kind of like episode 4 where in mission 2 we got access to like tier 3 gateway units like High Templar, Dark Templar, etc. Since we don't have gas, we'll have to just create, you know, our starting army with Marines and Vultures.
Order
and of course keep creating SCVs.
SCV good to go, sir.
A much better mineral layout compared to its predecessor. Not predecessor, but compared to the original.
Additional supply depots
Good
required.
to go, sir. Right away, sir.
When I first played this, by the way,
Not enough minerals.
Jacked up and good to go.
I attacked the enemy base like throughout the main entrance, which took me a whopping 40 minutes to beat.
Yes, sir.
It was really challenging, but 40 minutes was kind of an overkill in my opinion, now that I think about it.
Reporting for duty.
But that was when I was a kid and I didn't really,
Orders, Captain.
yeah, I just had like hard time controlling myself, I would say, with the units and whatnot.
Minerals.
Standing by.
Not enough
I never knew
minerals.
that even after we met the Ram, like there was like a little passageway that we're supposed to have gone through in the rear side. Yeah. Well, I learned my lesson. It was fun, at least 40 minutes
Good to go, sir.
of my time gone forever, but it was worth, I guess.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, here comes the Dominions, which of course are colored as red.
Roger that.
That's something that
Piece of me, boy.
the Blizzard in StarCraft 2 at least managed to get, get itself correct.
Bring it on. Oh, is that it?
Orders, Captain. Yes,
More
sir.
SCVs here, I'll make a bunch of barracks.
You want a piece of me, boy? Let's move.
Well, pre-built and engineering bay, like some over here.
Orders received.
Identify target.
You can also get army, by the way.
SCV good
Not
to go,
enough
sir.
minerals.
That's tech option though already. Like,
Yes, sir.
we're given this much tech option already.
Orders, sir.
At least for our ground units, of course. And this is our first time we see Ursula.
Something on your mind?
No, actually not first time actually, but it feels like it because in the fourth mission of the stand campaign, didn't really saw that much. We didn't really see that many critters.
Target. Proceed.
Alright, let's try like explore here and whatnot.
Reporting for duty.
Get another supply depot. Rally our units.
Piece of me,
Not enough minerals.
There was a ghost, by the way, like somewhere like hiding on the cliff.
Move it. Identify target.
Okay, I guess he's not showing himself.
Destination? Yes, sir. What do you want? Destination? Yes, sir. Delighted to, sir.
Okay, let's meet someone strangely familiar right now.
Yes, sir.
Captain, I am Lieutenant Samir Duran of the Confederate Resistance Forces. I've been monitoring your attack against the Dominion, and I'd like to offer you my services and skills in return for amnesty.
Intriguing. Lieutenant, you have absolutely no idea as to who we are or what we have come here to do. Why do you wish to side with us?
Because my men and I have sworn to fight against the Dominion and its Emperor. Seeing as how your forces have been laying into this Dominion base, I figured we were on the same side.
I see. How exactly do you propose to be of service to us, Lieutenant?
Well, I possess intimate knowledge of the surrounding area. I can show you an alternate route that leads to the rear of the main Dominion base.
Very well, Lieutenant. Consider yourself and your men the first colonial conscripts of the United Earth Directorate. Captain, see that the Lieutenant is given our full cooperation. We shall see if he's worth the effort.
We shall see if he's worth the effort. And as you can see from the mini map,
Standing by.
I read you, sir.
that there is indeed a path that got cleared for us to kind of explore, I suppose.
Good to go, sir.
But when I was a kid, I guess I never really even noticed this.
Yeah, I'm going.
Or something along that line.
No problem.
I don't know what happened.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, we'll add in refinery. We need that gas immediately here so we can get our mech units.
Reporting for duty.
And of course, we can start pumping some
Right, bring it on.
Orders received.
weapons
What do you
upgrade.
want?
We'll have to wait a bit though.
How can I be of service?
We have Samir Duran here, a weaker version of Sarah Kerrigan Ghost Form. 2 base armor, 25 damage, 200 HP standard, and same energy cost. Pretty much that's it.
SCV good to go,
Alright, Duran, you do your job here too.
What do you need?
Alright, I take these repair here, sir.
Orders received.
You also get a comp set over here.
SCV good to go, sir.
You can also get our Goliaths, but we don't have the Terran boosters yet. That's for later.
Yes, sir.
And we have another base. So what I don't understand, at least in this particular story, is how did the Dominion not get rid of these, I don't know, resistance forces? Like, I don't know, like, it should have been very easy. Not really too sure about that, to be honest.
I read you. I can't build that.
And then another question is, like, why in the remaster, like right before we start the campaign, you know, like in the like at the very beginning of this video, like you see Artanis in the middle, Infested Carrion on the right side, and that human on the left side. Why is it Gerard Dugal instead of Alexei Stukov? Because in the original, in the blue or non-remastered graphics, it's supposed to be Stukov, but in the remastered it's Dugal for some reason. I don't know why that's the case.
Piece of me, boy. Standing by.
I don't know. It's just me though.
Jacked up and
And by the way, the UED's main color is white, but since in the snow terrain you can't have white clear,
piece of me, boy.
you get green color instead.
Home complete.
That's why we're brown.
Research complete.
The more you know, guys, the more you know. And yes, it did take me 40 minutes to bypass all this and get to that command center in front of the entrance like this when I was a kid. That was like how many years ago though? Okay, we need to add in some tanks now. Yeah, not much to say. We're just macroing up here.
Yes, sir.
I'll probably need to add a barracks. Another barracks maybe. I'll just put a bunker.
Reporting for duty.
I might save and load
What do you need?
for this particular campaign, or maybe the next episode, because it does get a lot harder,
me, boy. Give me something to shoot.
and it's not a joke. It is not a joke. I repeat, it is not a joke.
Orders, sir.
Anyway, let's get an armory here. We're only allowed to get level 1 weapon and armor upgrades because we can't get science facilities.
Give me something to shoot.
Research.
And I gotta show some love for fire bats.
What do you need?
Alright, let's go, go, go.
Yes, Captain.
I'm gonna, of course, put in the injured Marines in this bunker.
Orders, sir.
And yes, we are doing good so far. Yeah, that's the ghost that I was talking about. Alright, who's injured? Come over here. Alright, you get out. Alright, this guy too. Alright, that's good. Let's get that level 1 weapons and march out. We might probably need to get a bunker here too. 1 or 2, I'll say 2 at least.
What do you want? Destination? Absolutely. Something on your mind?
Alright, let's end this already. This is sufficient amount of units.
Something on your mind? Orders, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, Captain.
Fire it up.
Yes, sir. Move it.
Want to turn up the heat.
Your forces are under
Let's be
attack.
careful with Duran.
Service.
I always like to move my heroes out in the battle instead of just
Upgrade complete.
permanently placing them inside the base and whatever, because that's boring.
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. Delighted to, sir.
Alright, bait.
What do you need? Up here.
Anything over here? Not really, just a very
Your forces are under
isolated outpost, Dominion outpost.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Yes, Captain.
Alright, let's make more units.
attack. Your forces
Our
are
mineral
under
is overflowing. Why am I not surprised?
Orders received. Roger that.
Something to shoot.
How can I be of
Alright, let's go.
You got it.
No, don't go off. Sure.
Forces are under attack.
The Grant took some head damage here, but it's fine.
Piece of me, boy. Give me some of this shit. Roger.
Just need to make our way to the very north side. This game is over. This mission is over, guys. Pretty standard here. See, the siege tanks aren't even on siege, right?
Your forces are under attack.
Right away.
Oh, and by the way, if you do manage to like brute force your way here, there's like a bunch of spider mines that you have to be careful about.
Piece of me, boy.
I read you. Orders received. Roger that.
Absolutely.
Your forces are under attack.
Alright, we managed to get through, I suppose.
Orders, sir. Delighted to, sir.
How can I be of service?
Alright, let's reinforce.
Upgrade complete.
Proceeding.
You know, I forgot to bring these
Your
units there.
forces are under attack.
You got it.
Alright, let's get that armor plating, whatever it's called.
Your forces are under attack.
What do you do?
All right. Bring it on. Orders, sir. Destination.
It's kind of a very
Identify target. Delighted to.
uncomfortable passage here,
I'll take
but we'll have to go through.
Your forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
But you can tell, like, the level of difficulty is a lot more interesting already. It's mission 1 and it's already this.
service.
It takes this. It's time consuming already, but I'm just saying.
Can I be of service?
Alright, Duran.
Right away. You got it. Of course.
Let's move.
Yes, Captain.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, I'll attack this.
Delighted to, sir. Identify target.
Alright, Duran has 14 kills, not too bad. What are these two goons doing over there? Goodness.
Orders, sir. Moving.
Your forces are under attack.
Alright, that's one.
Successful, Admiral.
Excellent, Lieutenant. This planet's primary defenses are now crippled. Our TAC teams can now begin to decode the Dominion security data link.
Hooray, we did it! And this is the only time we play as Brown UED Terran. Huzzah! We're the UED strike team. Yes. The same UED that we saw in Mission 5 in episode 4 when we were playing as the Protons. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy watching this. Yeah, tomorrow for sure I'll upload the custom campaign that I have in mind. But for now, DK signing off.